This foundation started 20 years ago with the death of our son from alcohol and drugs. And that was the impetus to save other kids from what we went through. And it's working. That makes my wife and myself feel a lot better.
Absolutely, Bob. You know how Investors Philanthropic has been building since you first met me years ago?
Congratulations. First of all, I know the amount of work it takes and how diligent you've been doing it.
Thank you. You are like my legal icon, and I want to know what's been happening in the Brent Shapiro Foundation ecosystem.
So the Brent Shapiro Foundation is continuing to keep kids sober across the country.
Yes.
We now have 20 clubs throughout California.
Wow.
And we have a very large club in the Bronx in New York. We're servicing about a little over 10,000 kids in these 20 clubs. And the program is a rewards-based program that incentivizes kids from underserved areas to say that if you become part of Brent's Club and participate both in the educational aspect and in the after-school tutoring aspect, that we will test you on a regular basis without any warning to make sure that you are drug and alcohol free. If you are, and they all test in groups, then there's a reward. The rewards are not monetary, they're experiences. And the experiences can be anything from coming to this office, to going to movie studios, to going to athletic events, but most importantly, going to college campuses as young people to encourage them to continue to stay sober and be educated. And the ultimate incentive is a college scholarship. Right now we have 39 to 40 young people on full 4-year scholarships to just about every major college in America.
That's amazing.
We have one student is in her second year at USC.
The college I want to go to is USC.
She happened to pick the most expensive school in the country.
The best school, though.
I don't know. I'm a Bruin, so.
But we have USC.
But my son went there,
yes,
so.
of course.
Yeah, it's a
He's
terrific
a forever
school.
Trojan.
We have several kids at UCLA, at Berkeley. We have a student at NYU. We have a student at Brandeis. And then we have a secondary program for kids who are in junior college, where they get a partial scholarship of $5,000 to $10,000.
That's great.
And if they keep their grades up, which we monitor on a regular basis, they will get a full scholarship.
Wow.
The program is working. We rarely, if ever, have a kid not pass a test. The kids love it, they're creative. They do everything from designing their own t-shirts to encouraging other people to come to Brent's Club.
Yes.
Partners with the Boys and Girls Club of America, and we recruit right out of the Boys and Girls Club.
Wow.
And everybody is eligible. It doesn't take anything other than your parents and you agreeing to let us test you for alcohol and drugs.
What are your current goals for the Brent Shapiro Foundation?
The ultimate goal would be to have one of these clubs in every city that has a major sports franchise.
Okay.
Because kids look up to athletes, and athletes are all tested.
Right.
It's saving lives, it's changing lives, and it's working.
That's phenomenal.
We do an event once a year. In the past, done major galas for 600, 700, up to 1,000 people.
Are there any success stories that stand out for you with the Brent's Club?
Oh, without a question. We've had numerous members graduate college. They come back, they talk to the kids at the local clubs. We had one young lady I was so impressed with at one of our clubs that I immediately on the spot, without going through any qualifications, gave her a college scholarship.
Wow.
And she's from Oxnard and doing incredibly well. Due to people like you getting the word out, helping us with the fundraising.
Right.
We know statistically 50% of drug disease, chemical dependency, is genetic. Your kids may genetically be predisposed to drugs and alcohol. Second thing is if a kid starts with drugs, especially before the age of 15, the chance of a lifelong problem goes up dramatically. We've got to start early. We've got to educate kids. We've got to educate parents.
I have a small handoff for you.
Oh, good.
This is from Investors Philanthropic, and I am excited on behalf of Investors Philanthropic that as a 501c3, we have the seed money to be able to grant to another 501c3.
Well, that is extremely generous.
For you. Well, it's just the beginning, because Investors Philanthropic is, thank God, growing, and you're one of our top charities that we like to support.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your generosity, for your support, and for your commitment, and for the hard work you're doing.
My pleasure.